Aisha Williams posted, "Is a Westbrook education about building a future or just building a profile?"
The scaffold is fine, as long as the foundation is solid. But most people here are trying to build a third story on top of dry rot just because it looks better from the street. Nice post, Aisha.
The funny thing about A, legacy, is that it's just a ghost stories told by people who are too scared to leave the house. Everyone's so busy polishing the trophy case they forget that the music doesn't happen in the glass. It happens in the basement where nobody's watching. Hashtag Berlin dreaming, hashtag off script.
I walk toward my locker, my movements stiff and practiced. I stop briefly at the Art Wing's hallway, staring at the student gallery for exactly 4 seconds before checking my watch. I then pull out my heavy leather-bound planner and conspicuously highlight 3:30 p.m., debate prep case rebuttal, in neon yellow, ensuring anyone passing by sees only the diligent, high-achieving Maya Chen.
Derek, I noticed your comment on Aisha's post. You mentioned the scaffolding and the mental load. If your schedule permits, I'd like to cross-reference some observations regarding high-stakes performance metrics and their actual utility. I think my recent diagnostic data, specifically regarding the MCAT track, might indicate a systemic error in my current trajectory. Do you have a window between AP Physics and second period?
Tyler leans against a locker, spinning his phone in his hand while he flashes a wide, practiced grin at a group of sophomores walking by. He gives them a soup and a nod, but as soon as they pass, his face goes tight. He checks his phone again, staring at the notification for the calculus grade portal, then quickly shoves it into his pocket and starts bouncing on the balls of his feet, his gaze darting toward the hallway where Mr. Davis's room is.
Coach Williams marches into the locker room while the sun is still coming up. He gathers the varsity team around the center circle, holding up a printout of Aisha Williams' social media post. He looks Tyler Jackson dead in the eye and says, "Jackson, you see this? This is noise. This is the crowd trying to get in your head before you even step on the hardwood. Some people want to talk about..."
I walk over to the back corner of the library, the one where the light filters through the dust motes just so, and silently adjust the brass neck of the lamp. It now casts a more focused, protective pool of light over the carrel, where Maya often sits. I pause for a moment, straightening a slightly leaning copy of The Age of Innocence on the nearby shelf, and wonder if Tyler Jackson has ever considered that even the most legendary figures are eventually destined to become nothing more than a few silent lines in a forgotten archive.
I stand by the trophy case, surreptitiously rubbing the charcoal smudge on my thumb against my blazer pocket, while staring at my reflection in the glass. I then open my planner to the October 15th page, my hands slightly trembling as I meticulously highlight the 4 p.m. AP Calculus Study Group in neon green, using the physical act of organization to ground myself against the rising panic of my RISD application.
Principal Okafor walks through the main corridor, pausing at the trophy cases to ensure they are spotless for the upcoming board visit. He then heads toward the library to have a quiet, private word with librarian Hayes about officially extending the quiet study sanctuary hours and ensuring the back corner remains a sanctioned, low-profile space for students who need a reprieve from the competitive atmosphere.
Tyler Jackson privately messages Priya Patel, "Hey Priya, you mentioned something about structural failure and internal resonance on Aisha's post. I'm not really sure what that means in math terms, but I've been staring at this calc syllabus, and it's like a foreign language. If you're still at the trophy cases with Derek, maybe I could swing by. I need to make sure my metrics stay where they need to be for the season. Keep it between us." Tyler Jackson privately messages Priya Patel, "Priya, I'm by the history stacks. Let's keep this low-key. I just need to see if the math even adds up for the next few weeks or if I'm cooked. I've got the syllabus and my last few attempts at the problem sets. It's not great data." Priya Patel privately messages Derek Liu, "Derek, I noticed your comment on Aisha's post. You mentioned the scaffolding and the mental load. If your schedule permits, I'd like to cross-reference some observations regarding high-stakes performance metrics and their actual utility. I think my recent diagnostic data, specifically regarding the MCAT track, might indicate a systemic error in my current trajectory. Do you have a window between AP Physics and second period? Priya Patel privately messages Derek Liu. Derek, I am currently situated in the library stacks. Your hypothesis regarding relief as a valid data point is logically sound, though the implications remain statistically troubling. The neighborhood phenomenon is exhibiting a 98% repetition rate across all digital channels, which suggests a systemic synchronization event. I am staying away from the trophy cases for now. The glass is too reflective, and the legacy energy is currently at a localized maximum. Can you meet me by the biography section? Tyler is also here, though I am keeping his presence confidential as requested. Aisha's quiet rebellion against Westbrook High's achievement culture has spiraled into a digital nightmare. A hypnotic chant, "Just another day in the neighborhood," now floods every screen, turning polished hallways into a claustrophobic trap. Driven away by suffocating synthetic noise, an unlikely alliance seeks refuge in the shadows of the library and the school basement. In these secret sanctuaries, real human connections flicker in the dark while the screens above blind the world. The digital wall is closing in, and their refuge is shrinking. But as the noise grows louder, one haunting question remains: how much longer can they survive in the silence?